I was staring at my wife's phone on our kitchen counter when I realized I'd become that guy, the one who checks. 3 years of marriage, 5 years together total, and here I was at 6:47 a.m. on a Tuesday, looking at a notification that made my coffee taste like battery acid. Can't wait to feel you again. Tonight? The message was from someone named Jake R. in her contacts. Not Jake from accounting. Not Jake, her cousin. Just Jake R., with a little heart emoji next to his name. My hands weren't shaking yet. That would come later. Right then, I felt nothing but a strange, cold clarity as I picked up her phone. No password between us. We'd always been open like that. And opened the message thread. I wish I hadn't. The conversation went back 4 months. 4 months of late meetings that weren't meetings. 4 months of girls' nights that apparently included a very specific girl named Jake. 4 months of my wife, Emma, telling another man things she used to tell me. The worst part? They'd been careful. No explicit photos, nothing that screamed affair in individual messages. But together, the pattern was unmistakable. The intimacy. The inside jokes. The "I miss you already" sent 15 minutes after she'd left for work. The "wear that blue dress I like," followed by her actually wearing it to what she told me was a client dinner. I scrolled back further, my thumb moving automatically while my brain tried to process what I was seeing. There, a message from January. My husband's going to that conference in Denver next week. We could finally have a whole night. Denver. I remembered that conference. 3 days of presentations on commercial real estate development trends. I'd called her every night from my hotel room. She'd sounded tired, said she was going to bed early, said she missed me. The bathroom door opened upstairs. Emma would be down in 10 minutes, hair wet, wearing my old college sweatshirt like she did every morning. She'd kiss my cheek, pour herself coffee, and ask about my day ahead. We'd been doing this dance for 3 years of marriage, and I'd thought we were pretty good at it. I took photos of everything. Every message, every timestamp, every little heart emoji and inside reference I didn't understand. My phone's camera shutter clicked quietly, methodically, while my wife's shower ran overhead. I wasn't thinking about confrontation yet. I was just documenting, like I was watching someone else's life fall apart through a window. When I heard the water shut off, I put her phone back exactly where she'd left it, screen down, next to the coffee maker. I sat back at the kitchen table with my laptop open to the same email I'd been pretending to read for 20 minutes. Emma came down 8 minutes later, right on schedule. Hair in a towel, bare feet on our hardwood floors, smelling like the lavender shampoo I'd bought her for Christmas. "Morning, babe," she said, kissing my temple. Her lips felt like a stranger's. "Morning." My voice sounded normal. I was surprised by that. She poured coffee, added cream and 2 sugars, stirred exactly 12 times like always. "What time's your site visit today?" 9:30. I had 3 properties to inspect in Brooklyn. I owned a small commercial real estate company. Nothing fancy, but it paid well enough for our brownstone and Park Slope and the European vacation we'd been planning for our 4th anniversary. "I might be late tonight," she said, scrolling through her phone now. I watched her thumb pause on Jake R.'s message, watched her smile slightly, watched her type something back. "Big presentation prep." "No problem." I closed my laptop. "Actually, I might grab drinks with Tyler after work. Haven't seen him in a while." "That's great." She looked up, genuine warmth in her eyes. Emma had always liked Tyler, my business partner. She had no idea that Tyler's wife, Monica, had left him last year after he caught her cheating. She had no idea that Tyler had spent 3 months sleeping on my office couch, that I'd seen what infidelity could do to a man. She had no idea that I knew. Emma grabbed her bag, the leather one I'd bought her for her 30th birthday, and headed for the door. "Love you," she called back, like she did every morning. "Love you too," I said, and meant it, and hated that I meant it. The door closed. I heard her heels click down our front steps, heard her car start in the driveway. I sat in our kitchen, surrounded by the life we'd built together, the espresso machine we'd splurged on, the herb garden she maintained on the windowsill, the photo from our wedding day where we both looked so stupidly happy, and I let myself feel it. Not sadness. Not yet. What I felt was rage, pure and cold and clarifying. I pulled out my phone and looked at the screenshots again. 47 messages just from the past week. Hundreds, total. I opened my contacts and scrolled to Tyler's number. "Dude, it's not even 8, he answered, voice rough with sleep. "I need the name of your lawyer," I said. "The one who handled your divorce." Silence on the other end. Then, "What happened?" "I'll tell you tonight. Just send me the contact info." "Andrew," Tyler said, suddenly very awake. "Whatever you're thinking, don't do anything stupid. Don't confront her yet. Don't—" "I'm not going to do anything stupid," I interrupted. "I'm going to do everything smart. I don't go to the office. Instead, I drive to the address I found in Emma's phone, the gym where Jake R. works. It's a boutique fitness place in Dumbo, all exposed brick and floor-to-ceiling windows, the kind of spot that charges $200 a month for the privilege of suffering in aesthetically pleasing surroundings. Elite Performance Studio, the sign reads in brushed steel letters. I park across the street, engine running, and pull up the photos I took of Emma's messages. Jake's last name is Rivers. Jake Rivers, personal trainer. According to his Instagram profile that Emma follows from a burner account I found buried in her phone's app folder. Jake Rivers Fit. 32 years old. Specializes in functional fitness and personalized training programs. His feed is exactly what you'd expect. Shirtless mirror selfies, motivational quotes over sunset photos, videos of him counting reps while attractive women in yoga pants struggle through exercises. Emma appears in exactly 3 posts over the past 4 months. Background shots, carefully casual. Her ponytail visible in a mirror reflection. Her hand holding a protein shake at the juice bar. Her laugh caught mid-conversation in a group training session video. Hidden in plain sight. I'd asked her about the gym membership back in February. She'd said she wanted to get in shape, feel stronger, have more energy. I'd thought it was great. Healthy. I'd even paid for the first 3 months as an early birthday present. The battery acid taste is back in my mouth. Tyler calls at 8:15. "Where are you? You've got the Williamsburg property showing at 9. "Cancel it." "Andrew, I'm at Emma's gym." Silence. Then, "Why?" "Because I need to see him." "That's a terrible idea." "Probably." "You're going to do something stupid." "No." I watch a woman in Lululemon exit the building, yoga mat under her arm. "I'm going to do something smart. I'm going to join." "You're what?" "I'm going to join the gym, become a member, observe." The plan crystallizes as I speak. I need to know how deep this goes, how many people know, whether they're planning something. The messages only tell me part of it. Tyler exhales slowly. This is how it starts. The obsession. I'm telling you, I've been there. You document, you gather evidence, you think you're being strategic, and then you're sitting in your car outside some guy's apartment at 2 in the morning, and you don't even remember driving there. I'm not you. Yeah, that's what I thought too. But I'm already getting out of the car, already walking toward the entrance, already planning. I'll use my middle name. Pay cash for the membership, wear a baseball cap. The place is big enough that Emma won't necessarily see me if I'm careful about timing. The receptionist is young, maybe 23, with bleached hair and a nose ring. Her name tag reads Lily. She looks up from her phone with a practiced smile. "Welcome to Elite Performance. First time here?" "Yeah. Thinking about joining." "Amazing. Let me get you set up with a tour." She stands, grabbing a tablet. "I'm Lily. And you are?" Thomas. My middle name tastes strange. Thomas Wright. She doesn't blink. Why would she? I'm just another potential customer. She leads me through the facility, pointing out the free weight section, the cardio equipment, the studio spaces for group classes. Everything is aggressively clean, mirrors everywhere, motivational phrases on the walls, and that same brushed steel lettering. Stronger than yesterday. Embrace the burn, no excuses. We have 30 personal trainers on staff, Lily says, scrolling through her tablet. All certified, most with specialized credentials. If you're interested in one-on-one sessions, I can set up a consultation. What about that guy? I point to a photo on the wall, a staff board featuring headshots and names. Jake Rivers is in the second row, all white teeth and sculpted jawline. Oh, Jake's great, super popular, but he's usually booked solid. She taps her screen. Actually, he might have an opening next week if you want me to check? Maybe. What's he like? She shrugs. Professional, good with clients, gets results. There's something in her tone, a flatness maybe. Or maybe I'm reading into everything now, seeing shadows where there's only light. Does he train a lot of couples? Couples? Yeah, like husband and wife together. Sometimes, mostly individual clients though. Why? Just curious about the dynamic. My wife's been talking about us getting in shape together. The lie comes easily. Too easily. Lily nods, buying it completely. We do offer partner training packages. Better rates than 2 individual memberships. I sign up for a month-to-month membership. Cash. Use my middle name on all the paperwork. Lily doesn't ask for ID. Apparently that's not required if you're paying up front. She hands me a key fob and a welcome packet. You're all set, Thomas. The gym's open from 5 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Towel service is complimentary. Let me know if you want to schedule that consultation with Jake. I'll think about it. I don't go into the gym proper, not yet. Instead, I sit in my car and open Emma's location history. Another thing I'd never checked before this morning. Another boundary I'd never thought to cross. The data loads slowly, mapping out her movements over the past 4 months. The pattern is obvious once you know to look for it. Elite Performance Studio, 47 visits. But her gym bag never smells like sweat when she comes home. Her hair is never matted. She showers before leaving, I realize. Washes away the evidence. Probably at Jake's place, based on the messages about his apartment in Williamsburg, the one with the amazing view and the comfortable bed. I cross-reference the timestamps with my own calendar. Every site visit I had in Brooklyn, every late meeting, every business dinner, she was here, with him. They'd built their entire relationship in the gaps of my schedule, the negative space of my life. My phone buzzes. Emma. How's your day going? Miss you. I stare at the message for 30 seconds. A minute. The cursor blinks in the reply field. Finally, I type, busy. You? Just finished a client call. Thinking about trying that new Italian place tonight? Sure. Love you. I don't respond to that one. Instead, I open the voice memo app and start recording. Tuesday, March 19th, 9:47 a.m. Joined Elite Performance Studio under the name Thomas Wright. Cash membership, month to month. Jake Rivers confirmed as personal trainer on staff. Emma's location history shows 47 visits over 4 months. Receptionist is Lily, early 20s, doesn't seem to know about the affair, planning to observe during peak hours to identify patterns and potential witnesses. I sound like I'm documenting a crime scene. Maybe I am. A text from Tyler. Don't do anything you'll regret. Too late for that. I already married someone I didn't actually know. I spend the next hour in the car, watching people come and go. The morning crowd is mostly professionals, squeezing in workouts before office hours. I see Jake twice, once through the window, demonstrating something to an older man on the weight machines, and once walking out to the parking lot, phone pressed to his ear. He's taller than I expected. 6'2", maybe 6'3". The kind of build that comes from living in the gym, all defined muscles and perfect posture. He's wearing elite performance gear, athletic pants, and a fitted shirt with the studio logo. Everything about him screams professional fitness, from his protein shaker bottle to his expensive running shoes. I imagine Emma's hands on those shoulders, her laugh at whatever charming thing he says, her body pressed against his in that apartment with the amazing view. The rage is back, but colder now. Surgical. Jake gets into a black Jeep Wrangler, of course he drives a Jeep, and pulls out of the lot. I don't follow, that's not the play, not yet. Instead, I go back inside. Lily looks up, surprised. Forget something? Yeah. I want to book that consultation with Jake, whatever his next opening is. She taps her tablet, scrolling. He's got a slot Friday at 6 a.m. That work? Perfect. She books it, sends a confirmation to the email address I give her, a new Gmail account I create on the spot. You're all set. Jake's going to reach out before the session to discuss your goals and fitness history. Great. One more thing. When does he usually train? I want to make sure I can book regular sessions if we're a good fit. Oh, he's here most days. Usually starts around 6 a.m., goes until 8 or 9 p.m. Depends on his client load. Busy guy. The best ones always are. She smiles, and I wonder if she's sleeping with him too. Maybe that's unfair. Maybe I'm seeing betrayal everywhere now, the way Tyler said I would. I thank her and leave, the key fob heavy in my pocket. In the car, I add to my voice memo. Consultation booked with Jake Rivers for Friday 6 a.m. He works approximately 15-hour days. Next step, identify Emma's regular training schedule and observe their interactions. Need to determine if this is just physical or if they're planning long-term. Need to know who else knows. I drive home, our home, though it doesn't feel like ours anymore, and sit in the driveway for 10 minutes before going inside. The house smells like Emma's lavender shampoo. Her coffee mug is still in the sink, lipstick print on the rim. The wedding photo still sits on the mantle, both of us smiling like idiots who thought promises meant something. I walk upstairs to our bedroom and open her closet. The dresses Jake mentioned in his messages, the black one, the blue one with the open back, hang in neat rows. I check the pockets of her coats, the compartments of her purses, looking for anything else I might have missed. In her gym bag, I find a second phone. The second phone sits on my desk like a live grenade. I found it Tuesday night while Emma showered, tucked in the inner zippered pocket of her gym bag, underneath protein bar wrappers and hair ties. A cheap prepaid smartphone, the kind you buy at convenience stores with cash. The kind people use when they don't want things traced back to them. It's Wednesday morning now, 5:43 a.m. Emma's still asleep. I've been sitting in my home office for the past hour, staring at this thing, working up the nerve to turn it on. The burner phone powers up with a cheerful chime that makes my stomach clench. No passcode. She didn't even bother protecting it. Probably figured I'd never find it in the first place. The message app opens to a single contact. J. I scroll through the thread. It goes back 6 months, not 4. 2 months longer than the affair on her regular phone. My hands start shaking around the third message. J. Can't stop thinking about this morning. Emma. Me neither. I can still feel you. J. When can we do this again? Emma. Thursday. He has site visits all day. The timestamps show they were texting while I was in the same room. October 15th. I remember that night. We'd watched a movie together on the couch. She'd been on her phone the whole time, and I'd assumed she was scrolling social media. I keep reading. The messages are different from the ones on her regular phone, more explicit. Planning meetups at his apartment in Williamsburg. Discussions about when we can stop sneaking around. A message from January where she tells him she's working on an exit strategy. Exit strategy. I screenshot everything. Every single message, every photo she sent him. Thank God nothing too graphic, just suggestive poses in gym clothes. I email them to myself, to Tyler, to the cloud storage I set up yesterday specifically for evidence collection. There's a voicemail. Just one. I press play and immediately regret it. Emma's voice, breathy and intimate in a way I haven't heard in months. Hey baby, I know you're with a client, but I needed to hear your voice. Andrew's working late again and I'm sitting here thinking about Friday night. About what you said. I think you're right. I think it's time. I love you too. The message is dated March 3rd. 5 days ago. I play it again. Then a third time. Each repetition drives the knife deeper. She's never called me baby. Not once in 5 years. And the way she says, I love you too. Casual. Easy. Like she said it 100 times before. My consultation with Jake is in 36 hours. I'd plan to feel him out, see what kind of man would sleep with someone's wife, maybe drop a few hints that I know. But this changes things. She's planning to leave me. For him. I forward the voicemail to my evidence folder and power down the phone. Return it to the exact position I found it, underneath the protein bar wrappers, zipper closed. Everything back in place like I was never there. The shower turns off upstairs. I have maybe 10 minutes before Emma comes down for her coffee ritual. I open my laptop and pull up the location history again. Now that I know the timeline extends back 6 months instead of 4, the pattern becomes clearer. Her gym visit started in September, twice a week. By October, they'd increased to 3 times a week. November, 4 times. December through now, she's been going almost daily. I cross-reference the dates with my calendar. Every single visit coincides with times I was scheduled to be out of the house. Site visits, client dinners, the 2 overnight trips I took for work. She planned around my schedule with surgical precision. My phone buzzes. Tyler. Got your email. Jesus Christ, man. 6 months? Yeah. The voicemail is bad. I know. What are you going to do? Good question. My original plan was surveillance, documentation, then confrontation on my terms. But exit strategy changes the equation. She's not just having an affair, she's planning a whole new life. Sticking to the plan. Friday morning. You sure? This is a lot to sit on. I'm sure. I'm not sure. I'm the opposite of sure. But I need to see this through. Need to look Jake Rivers in the eye and understand what kind of person he is. What he has that I apparently don't. Footsteps on the stairs. I close the laptop and check my reflection in the dark screen. I look like I haven't slept, which is accurate. I look like someone punched me in the chest and I'm still trying to catch my breath. You're up early, Emma says from the doorway. She's wearing my old college sweatshirt, hair still damp from the shower. She looks so normal. So much like the person I married. Couldn't sleep, thinking about the Dumbo property. The lie comes easily now. I've had practice. She crosses to my desk, leans down to kiss my forehead. I smell her lavender shampoo, feel her damp hair brush against my cheek. Everything in me wants to pull away, but I don't. I sit perfectly still and let her play the role of loving wife. You work too hard, she says softly. Come to bed for another hour. I should get a head start on emails. Okay. She straightens up and I catch her checking her phone, the regular one, not the burner. I'm going to the gym after work today. Probably won't be home until 7:30. Sounds good. I'll grab dinner on my way back from the Williamsburg site. Something flickers across her face. You have a site visit in Williamsburg? Yeah, new development on North 6th. I watch her carefully. Why? No reason, just that's where my gym is. Small world. Her gym is in Park Slope, 3 blocks from our house. Elite Performance Studio. I've driven past it a dozen times. But Jake lives in Williamsburg. I found his address in the messages. She's slipping up, getting her stories confused. Small world, I echo. She smiles, kisses me again, and heads to the kitchen. I hear the espresso machine start up, the familiar ritual beginning. In 48 hours, all of this ends. The pretending, the careful documentation, the sleeping next to someone who's already gone. I pull up the gym's website on my phone. Elite Performance Studio. There's a group class schedule. They offer boot camp sessions 3 times a week. Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. Jake's photo is on the staff page. Chiseled jaw, perfect teeth. The kind of body that comes from making fitness your entire personality. His bio says he specializes in personalized training programs and helping clients achieve their goals. I wonder if sleeping with married clients is part of his specialized services. The Friday bootcamp class is listed as high-intensity interval training with Jake Rivers. Capacity, 20 people. I could join that class. Show up as Thomas Wright, blend in with the other early morning fitness enthusiasts, watch them interact in a group setting. Or I could do what I'd originally planned: private consultation, one-on-one confrontation, controlled environment. The bootcamp option is riskier, more variables, but also more witnesses if things go sideways. And there's something appealing about the idea of exposing them in front of a crowd, making them feel even a fraction of the humiliation I'm carrying around. I bookmark the class registration page. Emma appears in the doorway with 2 espresso cups. She hands me one, settles into the chair across from my desk like we're about to have a morning chat. Like she didn't just lie to my face about her gym's location. "What are your plans today?" she asks. "Conference call at 9, site visits this afternoon. You?" "Client presentation at 11, then probably work through lunch." She sips her espresso. "Oh, I meant to ask, what do you think about Italy for our anniversary trip? I was looking at Tuscany rentals. Our 4th anniversary is in 2 months. She's planning our anniversary trip while actively working on her exit strategy. The cognitive dissonance is staggering." "Italy sounds great," I say. "Whatever you want." She beams at me. Genuine happiness in her eyes or a masterful performance. I can't tell anymore. Maybe I never could. "I love you," she says. The words hang in the air between us. I take a sip of espresso, let the bitter taste ground me, and meet her eyes. "Love you too." She doesn't know these might be the last normal words we ever exchange. That in 2 days, everything detonates. I smile at her and start counting down the hours. The gym smells like rubber and desperation at 5:47 a.m. Thursday morning. I'm here early, before my scheduled consultation with Jake, watching through the plate glass windows as he sets up equipment for the 6-month bootcamp class. Emma's class, the one she never misses on Thursdays. She has no idea I know about this one too. I've spent the last 2 days becoming a ghost in my own marriage. Tuesday night, I came home late, told Emma I had site visits in Queens. Wednesday, I stayed at the office until 10, claimed I was reviewing contracts. Both nights, she seemed relieved. Kissed my cheek with those strangers' lips and went to bed early, probably texting Jake on that burner phone I'm not supposed to know exists. The voicemail plays in my head on repeat. "I love you. I can't keep doing this. We need to finalize the exit strategy." My phone buzzes. "Tyler. You sure about today?" I type back, "Positive." "Lawyer's ready when you are. Got the papers drafted. Just needs your signature." I pocket the phone as the first boot camp participants start arriving. There's Vanessa, the yoga instructor who told me about seeing Jake and Emma at that wine bar in Fort Greene. Behind her, 2 women I don't recognize. Then Michael, the guy who works the front desk on weekends, who mentioned he'd seen them leaving together after hours, at least a dozen times. The gym's been a goldmine. People love to talk when they think they're helping the new guy make friends. Jake's inside now, setting up stations. Kettlebells, resistance bands, medicine balls arranged in a circuit. He's wearing black athletic pants and a fitted shirt that probably costs more than my first car. His phone sits on the bench beside the water station. I've watched him leave it there during every class I've observed from the parking lot. 6:02 a.m. Emma's late. Jake checks his phone, frowns, types something. 30 seconds later, my wife rushes through the door in those purple leggings, the ones Jake mentioned in a text from March 14th. Wear the purple ones tomorrow. They drive me crazy. She's breathless, apologizing. He touches her lower back, just briefly, but everyone sees it. Vanessa's eyebrows go up. Michael looks away. They don't know I'm watching from the lobby, partially hidden behind the smoothie bar that doesn't open until 7. The class starts. I've seen this routine before. Jake demonstrating exercises, Emma always positioned where he can watch her, where he can adjust her form with his hands. The other participants are just background noise to their performance. My phone buzzes again. Tyler. The receptionist just got here. Melissa. She's asking about you. Right on schedule. I'd talked to Melissa yesterday, after my workout on the weight floor. She's 26, studying for her LSAT, works mornings at the gym to pay for prep courses. Smart. Funny. Mentioned she's single after her boyfriend moved to California for work. I'd been friendly, nothing more. Asked about good coffee places in the neighborhood. She'd recommended 3, then wrote her number on my guest pass. In case you have questions about membership options. I hadn't planned that part, but Tyler's right. It's good to have someone on the inside who might actually talk to me after today. Implodes. 6:15 a.m. The class is doing burpees. Emma's struggling. She always hated cardio. Jake's beside her, encouraging, his hand on her shoulder. She looks up at him with that smile. The one I used to think was just for me. I check the folder on my phone one more time. 43 screenshots from the primary phone. 67 from the burner. Photos of them at the wine bar, courtesy of Vanessa's Instagram story from 2 weeks ago that she'd forgotten to delete. The gym's check-in records that Melissa had mentioned were technically private, but sometimes the system glitches, showing Emma and Jake's sessions always running 30 minutes over, always when no other trainers were scheduled. The voicemail file, the nuclear option. My consultation is in 12 minutes. I'd scheduled it for 6:30, right when the boot camp class ends. Jake had seemed eager when I booked it. Thomas Wright was ready to commit to a premium training package. Money wasn't an object. 6:22 a.m. The class transitions to cool-down stretches. Emma's phone buzzes on the bench. I can see it from here, can see her glance at it between poses. She smiles at whatever she reads. I wonder if it's Jake, texting her from 15 feet away. They'd done that before, according to the messages. Little inside jokes while other people were in the room, thinking they were so clever. Melissa arrives at the smoothie bar, starts prepping for opening. She spots me, waves. I wave back. You're here early, she says, walking over. Couldn't sleep? Something like that. Big day. The consultation with Jake? He's really good. Intense, but good. She's pulling her hair into a ponytail, professional smile in place. You'll like him. I doubt that. Actually, I say, keeping my voice casual, I wanted to ask you something. She tilts her head, curious. That class. I nod toward the studio. The Thursday boot camp. Is it always the same people? Pretty much. It's popular. Why? Just wondering about the atmosphere. Group dynamics, you know, before I commit to training here. Melissa glances through the window. Oh, yeah, it's a good group. Though, she pauses, lowers her voice. Between us, there's some drama. The woman in purple? She's married, But she and Jake have this whole thing going on. Everyone knows. Kind of awkward sometimes. Everyone knows? She shrugs. Gym gossip. People talk. I probably shouldn't have said anything. No, I appreciate the honesty. I meet her eyes. I value honesty. 6:28 a.m. The class is ending. Participants, grabbing water bottles, towels, chatting. Emma's laughing at something Jake said. He's standing too close. I stand up. Melissa notices the folder in my hand. The physical one I'd printed everything into last night at FedEx office. 312 pages of evidence, organized chronologically with tabs. That's a lot of paperwork for a training consultation, she says. It's not for the consultation. Her eyes widen slightly as understanding dawns. Oh no, you're the husband. I check my watch, and I'm right on time. I walk toward the studio. Through the window, I can see Emma gathering her things, Jake scrolling through his phone. The other participants are filtering out, but Vanessa's still there, and Michael, and 3 others whose names I don't know but whose faces I've memorized. Perfect. I open the door. Jake looks up first. Thomas, hey man, ready to... He stops. Something in my expression makes him stop. Emma turns. For a second, she doesn't recognize me. I'm in workout clothes she's never seen, my hair different from how I style it for work, in a context where I don't belong. Then her face drains of color. Andrew? The remaining class members go silent. Vanessa's eyes are huge. Michael takes a step back. Hi, sweetheart. My voice is steady. Calm. Thought I'd finally check out your gym. The one you're at every Tuesday and Thursday morning, and Monday and Wednesday evenings, and Saturday afternoons. Jake's looking between us, his brain clearly trying to catch up. Why are you, Emma's stammering. Oh, I'm sorry. I should introduce myself properly. I turn to Jake, extend my hand. Andrew, Emma's husband. We've been married for 3 years, together for 5. Though I guess you know that already, Jake. He doesn't take my hand. His face has gone carefully blank, but I can see the panic in his eyes. Andrew, this isn't... We should talk at home. Emma's moving toward me. I step back, open the folder. I don't think so. See, I've been doing a lot of talking already. With Tyler, you remember Tyler whose couch you said was depressing when his wife cheated on him? With a divorce attorney named Patricia Bowen, with several members of this gym who've been very helpful. I pull out the first page. It's a screenshot, blown up to 8x10. Emma and Jake's text exchange from February 3rd, the one where they discussed meeting at his apartment after her client dinner. Vanessa gasps. She can read it from where she's standing. And I've been listening. I pull out my phone, open the voicemail file. Want to hear? Or should I just play it for everyone? Andrew, please. Emma's crying now. Real tears. Please don't do this here. Where should I do it? At home, where you've been lying to me every single day for 6 months? At the wine bar in Fort Greene where you told him you loved him? Or maybe at his apartment, the one on Bergen Street that you visited 47 times according to the building's guest log? Jake finally speaks. Man, I didn't know she was married. She said, shut up. I don't raise my voice. Don't have to. You knew. March 22nd, you texted her about being careful with her wedding ring tan line. April 8th, you called her Mrs. as a joke. Want me to keep going? The silence stretches for maybe 3 seconds. Feels like 3 hours. Emma's face cycles through expressions so fast I can almost see the gears turning. Shock, denial, calculation. She opens her mouth, closes it, opens it again. Andrew, this isn't... Her voice cracks. You don't understand. I don't understand? The laugh that comes out of me sounds foreign. I understand 47 messages coordinating hookups while I was in Denver. I understand 6 months of lies. I understand you have a burner phone hidden in your gym bag with an exit strategy all planned out. The remaining class members, 3 women and 1 guy, have gone completely still. One of them has her phone out. I don't care. Jake finally finds his voice. Man, look, this is between you and your wife. Don't. I turn to him, and something in my expression makes him take a step back. Don't you dare pretend this doesn't involve you. How many clients have you done this with, Jake? Or is my wife special? His jaw tightens. You need to leave. Now. Actually, I'm a paying member. Thomas Wright. Joined 2 weeks ago. I have every right to be here. I pull out my phone, thumb to the camera roll. And I have every right to show people exactly what kind of trainer they're paying for. Andrew, please. Emma's crying now, mascara tracking down her cheeks. The same mascara she put on so carefully this morning while I watched her in the bathroom mirror, knowing. Can we talk about this at home? Privately? Like you talked to me privately before sleeping with him? I shake my head. No, I'm done with private. I'm done with you controlling the narrative. The woman with the phone is definitely recording now. Good. Let her. I want everyone here to know, I say, raising my voice slightly, that this gym's head trainer has been having an affair with my wife for 6 months. They've been meeting here after hours, using the private training rooms. Your membership fees are funding their little love nest. Jake's face goes red. You have no proof. I hold up my phone, start swiping through screenshots. January 14th. The sauna was perfect. Can't believe we have the whole place to ourselves. February 3rd. Same time Thursday. I'll make sure the back entrance is unlocked. February 22nd. You feel so good on the weight bench. I look up at him. Want me to keep going? One of the women makes a disgusted sound. The guy mutters something under his breath. Emma lunges for my phone. Stop it! Just stop! I step back easily, holding it out of reach. Don't touch me. Andrew, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. A mistake is forgetting to buy milk. A mistake is missing an anniversary. This? I gesture between her and Jake. This is a choice. 47 separate choices. Probably more that you deleted. I love you, she sobs. I love you. I got confused, and he was there, and you were always working. Don't. The word comes out sharp. Don't you dare blame this on me. I built a business so we could have a life together. You built lies so you could have him. Jake moves toward the door. I'm calling the owner. Go ahead, I say. I'm sure Dennis would love to hear how you're using his facility. Pretty sure liability insurance doesn't cover this. He freezes. Emma's still crying, but there's something else in her eyes now. Anger, maybe. Or fear. What do you want, Andrew? You want me to beg? Fine, I'm begging. Please, can we just go home and talk about this? I want you to stop lying. I pocket my phone. I want you to look at these people and admit what you did. No excuses, no justifications, just the truth. She glances at the watching faces, then back to me. I can't. Then we're done here. I turn toward the exit. Wait. She grabs my arm. I shake her off. Andrew, please, where are you going? Home. To pack your things. Her face goes white. You can't. That's my house, too. Actually, it's my house. My name on the deed. Wedding gift from my parents, remember? I meet her eyes. You'll want to call a friend. Maybe Jake can help you move. You're kicking me out? Her voice climbs toward hysterical. You can't just kick me out. Watch me. I look at Jake. If you contact her, if you come near my property, I will file harassment charges. I have a very good lawyer who would love to add that to the divorce filing. Divorce? Emma's voice breaks on the word. Andrew, no, we can fix this. We can go to counseling. There's nothing to fix. You broke it. You broke us. I head for the door, then pause. Oh, and Emma? I changed the locks yesterday. Your keys won't work. Yesterday? She stares at me. You knew yesterday? I've known for 2 weeks. I just wanted to make sure I had everything documented properly. I push open the door. My lawyer will be in touch. Andrew! She's screaming now, but I don't look back. Andrew, please, don't do this. I walk through the gym's main area. A few people look up from their workouts, curious about the commotion. The receptionist, Melissa, her name tag says, watches me with wide eyes. Everything okay? She asks. Just fine. I pause at the desk. You might want to check the security footage from the private training rooms. After hours. Last 6 months or so. Her eyebrows shoot up. We're not supposed to. I'm sure the owner would be interested. Liability reasons. I tap the desk twice. Have a good day, Melissa. Outside, the morning air hits cold and sharp. My hands are shaking. I didn't notice inside, too focused on keeping my voice steady, my expression controlled. But now, walking to my car, the adrenaline starts to crash. I sit in the driver's seat for a full minute before I can get the key in the ignition. My phone buzzes. Emma calling. I decline it. Buzzes again. Text this time. Please come back. We need to talk about this. Then another. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It didn't mean anything. Another. He pursued me. I tried to stop it. Another. You're being cruel. This isn't like you. I turn the phone face down on the passenger seat and drive. Tyler's waiting at my house when I get there, leaning against his truck in my driveway. He takes one look at my face and says, "How bad?" Public confrontation. Gym full of witnesses. She's probably still there crying. He winces. Jesus. I told her I'm kicking her out. Changed the locks yesterday. You actually changed them? Called a locksmith Tuesday afternoon. I unlocked the front door. Told him I lost my keys. Inside, the house looks exactly the same as when I left it this morning. Wedding photo still on the mantle. Emma's coffee cup still in the sink. Her lavender shampoo smell still lingering in the bathroom. It all feels like a museum now. An exhibit of a life that ended. I need to pack her stuff, I say. Tyler nods. I'll help. You got boxes? Basement. We work in silence for 20 minutes, filling boxes with Emma's clothes, her toiletries, her books. I'm methodical about it. Fold everything neatly. Don't throw anything. Don't break anything. Just pack. My phone won't stop buzzing. Emma calling, texting, calling again. Then Jake's number appears. I didn't even know I had his number until I see it on my screen with his gym photo from the website. I answer. What? Look, man, I just want to say, I don't care what you want to say. She told me you guys were separated. She said, she lied. She's good at that. I tape a box shut. Are we done? I didn't know she was married at first. By the time I found out, you kept sleeping with her anyway. Yeah, I got that from the messages. I grab another box. Anything else? Silence on the line. Then, she really does love you, you know. I laugh. Can't help it. If that's what you call love, you can have it. Oh, wait, you already did. I hang up. Tyler's watching me from the doorway. You good? No. I sit on the edge of the bed. My bed, not ours anymore. But I will be. Yeah. He sits next to me. You will. We finish packing by noon. 17 boxes, 3 suitcases, 2 garment bags. Everything that's clearly hers stacked neatly by the front door. You really putting this on the lawn? Tyler asks. I look at the pile. Think about the neighbors. Think about Emma's face when she sees it. Yeah, I say. I really am. The silence in the studio breaks like glass shattering. Someone drops a kettlebell. The metallic clang echoes off the exposed brick walls. Emma's face cycles through expressions so quickly I can barely track them. Shock, recognition, fear, calculation. Andrew. She takes a step toward me, hand outstretched. Her voice has that pleading quality I've heard her use with difficult clients. This isn't, you don't understand. 6 months. I don't raise my voice. Don't need to. Everyone's already frozen, watching. 6 months of you and Jake using this gym like your personal hotel. 6 months of lies. Jake's recovered enough to try damage control. He steps between us, hands raised in what I assume is supposed to be a calming gesture. Sir, I think we should take this somewhere private. Private? I laugh, and it sounds wrong even to my ears. You mean like the private training sessions you've been giving my wife? The ones that happen after the gym closes? Those kind of private? A woman in the front row, I recognize her from my interviews, Bethany something, gasps. She's one of the members who'd mentioned seeing lights on late at night, hearing sounds from the back office. Emma's switched tactics. Her eyes are wet now, mascara threatening to run. You're making a scene. Can we please just talk about this at home? There is no home, not for you. I pull out my phone, start reading from my notes. March 15th, 10:47 p.m. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Wear that blue thing I like. March 22nd, 2:33 p.m. Last night was incredible. I can still taste you. I look up. Want me to keep going? I've got 6 months of material. Jake's face has gone from tan to ashen. His eyes dart to the corner of the room where I know the gym manager's office is located. Phil Donovan, the owner, isn't here yet. His morning shift doesn't start until 9, but Jake's clearly doing the math on how fast word will spread. You had no right to go through my phone. Emma's tears have stopped. Her voice is cold now, sharp. This is the version of her I don't recognize, the one that's been living parallel to the woman I thought I knew. Actually, I had every right. Joint account, joint phone plan. My lawyer was very clear about that. I slide my phone back into my pocket. Your bags are being packed as we speak. Tyler's at the house with a locksmith. By the time you get there, the locks will be changed and everything you own will be on the front lawn. You can't. She looks around wildly like someone in this room might defend her. That's illegal. You can't just kick me out of my own house. Your name's not on the deed. I bought it 2 years before we met, remember? You were so charmed by the brownstone, the neighborhood. The details feel important somehow, like I'm cataloging them for evidence. My lawyer filed the divorce papers yesterday. You'll be served this afternoon. One of the other trainers, a younger guy with a sleeve of tattoos, has his phone out, recording. I should care about that probably, but I don't. Let it go viral. Let everyone see exactly what kind of man Jake Rivers is, what kind of woman Emma became. Emma lunges forward, tries to grab my arm. Andrew, please. We can work through this. It was a mistake. I was confused. You were confused for 6 months? I step back, out of her reach. You were confused when you bought a burner phone, when you told him you loved him, when you made plans to leave me. That last one hits her like a physical blow. Her hand drops. How did you... The voicemail you left on his phone, the one where you talked about your exit strategy. Very thorough, Emma. Very calculated. I look at Jake. Did she tell you she was planning to take half my business? That's what she told her lawyer friend, the one she met for lunch last Tuesday. Jake's staring at Emma now, and I can see the doubt creeping in. Whatever story she's been feeding him, it's cracking. That's not... I never said... Emma's voice is rising, losing control. You're twisting everything. You don't know what it's been like, living with you. You're never home, always working. You don't pay attention to me. I was home every night by 7. We had dinner together 6 nights a week. I planned a European vacation for our anniversary. My voice stays level. This is the part I've practiced, the part where I don't let her rewrite history. But sure, tell yourself whatever you need to. Tell yourself I'm the villain here. The boot camp class has completely dissolved. People are clustered in small groups, whispering. A few have left entirely. Bethany's recording on her phone too now. The woman next to her, I think her name is Alicia, is shaking her head, looking at Emma with open disgust. Jake tries one more time. Look, man, I didn't know she was married at first. March 8th. Can't believe we've been doing this for 3 months already. Best 3 months of my life. I recite from memory. That's from your text history. 3 months ago was December. You've been training her since November. So either you're lying now, or you're admitting you're too stupid to notice a wedding ring for a month. His jaw tightens. For a second, I think he might actually swing at me. Part of me wants him to. I've been so controlled, so measured for 2 weeks. The idea of something physical, something simple and clear, is almost appealing. But he doesn't. He's smart enough to know that assault caught on camera would end whatever's left of his career here. Emma's crying again, but it's different now. Angry tears, frustrated tears. You bastard, you self-righteous bastard. You think you're so perfect? You think you're blameless in this? No. The word comes out quieter than I intend. I think I trusted you. I think I believed you when you said you were working late, or meeting friends, or needed space. I think I was an idiot. Andrew, she reaches for me again, and this time I don't step back. I let her hand touch my arm, let her feel how completely rigid I am, how far away I've already gone. Don't. I look down at her hand, then back at her face. Don't touch me. Don't call me. Don't come to the house. Your lawyer can contact my lawyer. That's the only communication we're having from now on. I turn to leave. The crowd parts for me like I'm contagious. As I reach the door, I hear Jake start to say something to Emma, his voice low and urgent. I don't turn around to see her response. Outside, the morning air feels sharp and clean. It's 8:17 a.m. I've been in there for less than 10 minutes. It feels like hours. My phone buzzes. Tyler. Locks changed. Bags on lawn. Neighbors are definitely getting a show. I text back, on my way. Another buzz. This one's from a number I don't recognize. This is Jenna from the gym front desk. I just heard what happened. I'm so sorry. If you need anything, coffee, or just someone to talk to, let me know. I stare at the message for a long moment. Jenna. Dark hair, bright smile, always friendly during my 2 weeks as Thomas Wright. She'd mentioned she was in grad school studying psychology. She'd laughed at my jokes about being new to fitness culture. I don't respond yet. Instead, I walk to my car, the BMW I bought last year, the one Emma loved to drive to her client meetings. I sit in the driver's seat and grip the steering wheel, letting myself feel the tremor in my hands for exactly 30 seconds. Then I start the engine and head home to deal with whatever scene is waiting for me there. The GPS says 17 minutes. I turn on the radio, NPR, morning news, something about infrastructure spending. Normal, mundane. The world keeps turning even when yours has just detonated. My phone buzzes again. Emma. Please, we need to talk. I can explain everything. I delete it without responding. Then I block her number. My lawyer said to document everything, but I've got enough. 6 months of evidence. Witness testimony, photos, recordings. I don't need her explanations. I don't need her version of events where somehow this is partially my fault, where her loneliness or my work hours or whatever justification she's constructed makes this okay. I just need her gone. The divorce was final by August. Emma fought it at first, contested the prenup, claimed emotional distress, tried to argue for alimony despite her 6-figure salary. Her lawyer was aggressive, mine was better. In the end, she walked away with her car, her personal belongings, and exactly nothing from my business or the house. Jake Rivers lost his job 3 days after my confrontation. The gym's owner, Phil Donovan, reviewed the security footage I'd suggested to Melissa. Turns out using the facility for personal hookups violated about a dozen clauses in Jake's employment contract. Last I heard, he's training clients out of a CrossFit box in New Jersey. Emma's not with him. According to Tyler, who heard it from Monica, who somehow still has connections to Emma's social circle, they lasted about 6 weeks after everything imploded. Apparently, the relationship was less appealing without the thrill of sneaking around. Emma moved to Boston. New job, new city, new life. She sent one email through her lawyer in September, asking if we could talk. I didn't respond. There's nothing left to say. The house feels different now. I repainted the bedroom, replaced the furniture, got rid of anything that reminded me of her. It's mine again in a way it wasn't even before the marriage. Tyler helped me turn her closet into a home office. We didn't talk much while we worked, just put up drywall and painted in comfortable silence. He understood. I dated a few people over the following months. Nothing serious. Jenna from the gym and I got coffee twice before mutually agreeing we were better as friends. There was a lawyer I met at a real estate conference, a teacher Tyler introduced me to, a woman who ran the coffee shop near my office. All perfectly nice, all perfectly wrong. I'm not bitter about it. That's the surprising part. I thought I'd become one of those divorced guys who rants about women and trust and how marriage is a trap. But mostly I just feel clear. Like I'd been looking at my life through a smudged window for years, and someone finally cleaned the glass. The business is doing well. I bought out a competitor in November, expanded into New Jersey. Tyler made partner. We're opening a third office in Philadelphia next spring. Work isn't a refuge anymore, the way it was during those 2 weeks of knowing. It's just work. I like it. I'm good at it. But I leave at 6 now, have dinner with friends, joined a basketball league, started reading again. I ran into Emma's mother at Whole Foods in December. Barbara. She looked older, tired. She actually apologized for her daughter. Said she'd raised her better than that. Said she was ashamed. I told her it wasn't her fault, that people make their own choices. We stood there in the produce section for maybe 2 minutes, 2 people connected only by wreckage, and then we said goodbye. I still think about it sometimes. Not Emma, specifically, but the whole architecture of deception. How someone can share your bed and your life and your future plans while systematically dismantling everything you thought was real. How easy it is to believe what you want to believe. How trust, once broken that completely, doesn't repair. It just ends. But here's what I learned. You can't control other people's choices. You can only control your response. Emma chose to lie, to cheat, to build an exit strategy while planning our anniversary trip. I chose to document, to confront, to walk away clean. She has to live with her choices. I get to live with mine. It's February now, almost a year since I saw that first text message. I'm sitting in my kitchen, new coffee maker, new routine, new life, watching snow fall on Park Slope. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Tyler. Dinner tonight? Monica's making lasagna. No pressure. I smile and type back, I'll bring wine. The wedding photo is gone from the mantle. In its place, there's a picture of me and Tyler at the Nets game last month, both of us grinning like idiots, holding overpriced beers. It's not a replacement exactly. It's just different. Better. I finish my coffee, rinse the cup, and head out into the snow. There's a property showing in Red Hook at 10, a lunch meeting at noon, a whole day ahead that belongs entirely to me. The truth is simpler than I expected it to be. Some people will betray you. Some relationships will fail. Some promises will break. But you survive it. You document the damage. You walk away clean, and you build something new from what's left. And sometimes, on a cold February morning with snow falling soft and steady, that's enough.